when somebody's going to do well in real estate, if they have a sales background, their chance of killing it in real estate goes up tremendously. So I worked a kiosk in the mall selling cell phone cases when I was young, and that's what got me really good at sales. You learn to deal with rejection because most people are like, nah, I'm good. No, they don't want to talk to you. They're trying to avoid you. How much of your sales experience helped you when you transitioned from sales to real estate?
Well, it's interesting. I think when in the beginning of sales, when I first got into real estate, I felt like I was trying to convince people to purchase something. But then as I've gotten older, I've realized that I'm just trying to find a solution to their problem. So in the beginning, I think I was more on the sales side of like, when I worked at T-Mobile, we were kiosk sales. So we were like hollering at people that were walking in the mall and trying to get them to sign up for a phone plan when they probably didn't need it, right? They already had a phone provider. Yeah. So with real estate, I kind of looked at it almost the same thing when I was in my younger years until ultimately I evolved and realized that it wasn't like sales is just the first conversation of solving a problem. So the phone calls and the prospecting and all those things were just to basically get to know someone and get in the door. Right. Yeah.
So at T-Mobile, so I worked a kiosk in the mall selling cell phone cases when I was young. And that's what got me really good at sales. And not just sales, like the overcoming objections and stuff like that, but just getting uncomfortable or getting comfortable being uncomfortable. Because when you first start a job like that, especially if you're somebody who is raised with manners, you don't want to yell at people while they're trying to walk by, you know, and it takes some time to get over that. And then you learn to deal with rejection because most people are like, nah, I'm good. No, they don't want to talk to you. They're trying to avoid you, right? Yep. So I think that that's super powerful. Do you feel like you got out of your comfort zone when you took that job at T-Mobile?
Yes, the job at T-Mobile for sure. I think I had a lot of insecurities going into real estate, being an 18-year-old kid. Yeah. And so that was just another problem that I had to overcome. I think sales was one thing. I think that kind of after T-Mobile and, you know, making a lot of phone calls while I was a realtor in the beginning stages came a little easier because I was already uncomfortable in the things that I was doing before. Right. It was then being comfortable in my 18-year-old self, 19-year-old self, trying to, you know, show property or going on a listing appointment and having these people trust me to buy or sell a house. Right. So that part was a lot harder. So for the longest time, I pretended to be someone different. Always wore a suit and tie. Yeah. Wore like fake reading glasses to think that people would think that I was smarter. Yep. So now I'm like this every day, like, you know, t-shirt and Vans and jeans. So it became a little bit different as you progress in life, but yeah.
I think that's part of learning too. And especially when you're young, you want to be accepted. You want to be rich. You want to be seen as somebody who, wherever your insecurities lie, you know, isn't exactly yourself. So when I was younger, I wanted, especially when I was in my early 20s, I needed I craved that attention of people feeling like I was rich. And I spent so much time pretending to be rich, but not actually getting rich, you know? True. Yeah. So how long did it take you to get to your first deal from when you became a realtor to your first transaction?
Really fast. So back then, I got my first deal from Craigslist.
Nice.
So I was able to market back then. This was 2008, 2009. Yeah. Big time foreclosure industry. So my dad was getting bank-owned properties through banks.
REOs?
Yes.
Okay.
So I had access to basically advertising all these deals before you can do, like now you can't do coming soon stuff, but I was able to do those like 2 weeks before they were going on the market. So I would pick up a ton of leads from doing that on Craigslist. And I sold one of his listings back, like I think it was maybe 3 months of me having my license.
Got it.
And that was in Palm Desert. It was like $160,000 house. I mean, those days price points were really low. Yeah. But first experience, and then
And that's like Palm Springs area, or okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hot out there.
It's really hot out there. We actually just bought a place out there too.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Does it have a pool?
It does.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like you can't. We're in the process of buying a house in Phoenix, and I feel like you cannot buy a house somewhere that hot without having a pool.
No, you have to have a pool. Yeah.
Yeah. So Palm Desert. So you went from San Diego to Palm Desert and then back to San Diego.
Yep.
So when you first got into real estate, what were because it seems like you were trying to be somebody you weren't. How long did it take you to realize that you needed to just be yourself? And did you feel like a lot of resistance disappeared when you did that?
So I don't think I was still a realtor when I finally became someone that could have been in my own skin. I think because I was a realtor for 8 years, I think I got out of real estate when I was still in my early 30. No, I was in my 20s still. So I think I was 27 when I got out of real estate. So 18 to 27. And then from 27 until now, I've been into title insurance. I think when I got into title insurance, it was maybe after the second year of title insurance where I finally was like, I am who I am.
Sure.
And that's who I'm going to be. And hopefully people like it and not see me as someone different than I am.